you having fun? Let's get going, shall we? Hello and welcome back to another episode of Mother Tongue on YouTube. Today we are so excited to be going through 8 sensory activities that you can do right at home, which is super exciting. And as you can see, Raph is getting right stuck in already. I am joined by the marvellous Hannah, who is the founder of Mumz Munchkinz, and she is going to talk us through 8 fabulous activities that you can do with your little ones right in the heart of your home. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Hannah?
Yes, so I launched Mumz Munchkinz about, nearly 4 years ago now. I have twins myself, and basically they are the reason for starting it. The basis of Mumz Munchkinz is beautiful homemade toys, furniture, and also recently I've started to introduce toys to that mix. So we have lots of wooden toys. The idea is it looks beautiful in the home, and we focus on open-ended child-led play. And what I've recently started to do is sensory classes. So this is why we're here today. We have, as Marianne said, 8 activities. The idea of these is that they're so easy. All the ingredients you can buy from the supermarket, you can do at home. Kids love them, and yeah, just super inexpensive and fun to do.
Yeah. Let's start with this one then.
Okay.
Tell us more about what we've got here.
So the idea obviously for little ones is they put everything in their mouth. So you have to be careful with the ingredients that you get. But they love colour, they love feeling, they love playing with the senses. And this is such a simple thing. We have some yogurt, and basically all you need to do is get a bowl or a tray, however you wish, pop it into a little pot, and just to make it a little bit of fun, I mean obviously you can paint with this, but just to give it a little bit more extra dimension, we're just going to add a little bit of food colouring, just so you've got some colour. So basically it's painting for kids, but you don't have to worry about them putting any toxic paint into their mouth, and you don't have to worry about it staining, you know, the furniture. Of course it is a little bit messy, but it's super safe for them. It's a great activity to do outside or on a mat that we have. And they can just get stuck in, put it in their mouth if they haven't had breakfast. Or, you know, we could add some oats to this ourselves if we wish.
Yeah, exactly. Tasty. Oh, I love this. I mean, as you can see, Raph is getting right stuck in. Covered, aren't you? Mummy's also covered in pink. Yeah, so exciting.
I mean, this is for all ages. So, I mean, when they're young, obviously they're not really knowing how to do paint, but just the action of touching it, feeling it, mark making, that in itself is something great for them, and just giving them some sort of activity that's different from, you know, their normal things, it's fun.
Love this.
Yeah.
And just cover Mummy in it too, yeah?
And then a similar sort of thing leading on from this. So we have, this is slightly different from normal paper. It's rice paper. Now this again is really good for mark making. So this is the paper that we're using here. It's just a lot more absorbent to water than normal paper. So if you don't want to use this messy yogurt, which I totally understand lots wouldn't, especially now the weather's getting hot, you want to be inside, you simply just have some water. We have some stamps here.
What's this right there?
Do you want to put some stamps in here?
Right. No, he's like...
He's interested in the jelly.
I mean, I love this idea. I think this is great. Look, Snapples. Okay, fine, don't look. I think this is great. I feel like we need these at home.
It's just super easy, right?
So can we buy these off your website?
You can, yes.
Amazing. And how many come in a pack?
So I've got lots of different packs, but basically I think it's around 24. You get rollers, you get stamps. The great thing is that you get the alphabet. So obviously at this age they don't understand the alphabet, but introducing to the early age, it's always great to try and get them to we can move on. I think Rafa wants to move on to the jelly.
Yeah, I think he really does. Rafa, what's this? Let me give you this one to show everybody.
Okay,
what's
so
this?
basically this again is another sensory activity. Super simple. Just get some regular jelly. On the back of the jelly it will tell you how to mix it. Basically you just put hot water and then you let it to set. We've just added some little insects in here, and then it takes a few hours obviously to set in the fridge, and then they just explore. Normally what I would do if it was for one child, I would probably do a bigger box and put lots of different animals and different objects, and so they've got different textures. But just due to obviously having one child here, I've done a smaller setup. So What I would recommend if you are going to do these trays, you might want to get layers, because if you do like a whole pot of jelly and you put the heavy things, they're all going to sink to the bottom.
Yes.
So maybe do one layer, let it set, and then do another layer. And you can do rainbows if you want it to be a big thing, which, and obviously the bigger it is, the more exciting it is for them. You could do one layer that's red, let it set, add blue, then add another object, and then add another.
And I love what you said earlier before we started this video about the insects and adding fun, slightly scary looking insects.
Yes. Because as parents, I mean, this for me, I mean, obviously I know that this is not real, because if this spider was real, it would freak me out.
I mean, yeah, we would be here.
And we don't want to pass that fear on to our children, so it's really nice to introduce them to insects and for them not to be frightened of them. So this is, I think we're on activity number 3.
Yeah.
So next we are moving on to some sensory spaghetti. Now this is the easiest thing to make. You basically cook the spaghetti 15-20 minutes, you add some oil, put it in the pan, and then add your dye. So super easy, and it just makes it a little bit more fun than normal regular spaghetti.
Literally, it's so great. I just can't get over how blue it is. Like, it's nuts. And I can eat this.
You can eat it. And this is the thing, like for fussy eaters, I think it's a really good idea. You can introduce this into their meals, because this obviously for a child is so much more fun than eating beige pasta. So just making, like, you could make a shape with it or on their plate, and I'm sure that's going to encourage them to eat it as opposed to just the regular colour. 100%. Something else that we were just talking about is developing their fine motor skills. So obviously this can be used as the child gets older. Like my children are 4 now. They'll love making necklaces with this. So if you want to keep it soft, for little children they might enjoy that. I would just say store it with a little bit of water, and that will keep it soft. But if you want it to go hard, then just leave it in the sun and it will dry. You can make necklaces with it, or for little ones you can just put like this spaghetti, before obviously it's all gone floppy, stick it into some Play-Doh.
Hey, presto!
I should have brought some here. Anyway, just stick it in, and then try and encourage your little one to just like thread them through the loop. And that might be quite hard for younger ones, but the idea is that you can use anything. So even like Cheerios, obviously they've got a loop. You could maybe get a thicker base, because that would make it a little bit easier for them. But
so what kind of age is the threading good for?
So I think probably around 1. You can try and get them to do it, at Rafa's age, about 8 months, but it will be challenging for them. But like anything, the first activity that you introduce them will be difficult, but the more they start to do it, then the more. And fine motor skills are obviously key to a child and to their development. So something like that is fantastic. But obviously this, they can just throw it around, and this they can, once it goes hard, then you can use it to stick onto a piece of paper. So again, like I said, my children are 4, they'll do arts and crafts, and we'll actually have scissors and we'll stick stuff. But even at Rafa's age, he can still stick it onto a piece of paper, and he's made some artwork. So I think at the young age, it's just keeping them entertained and doing different things, introducing them to new senses, new colours and textures.
Yeah, exactly. The colours, I mean, they're amazing. It's so bright. I love it, especially the blue.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so actually, whilst I brought this down, maybe we'll move on to the Play-Doh.
I'm going to bring this nice blue one out.
So,
I mean, I love this.
Play-Doh is without doubt our favourite go-to open-ended toy at home. It is just so great for children in so many ways. You play it as a group activity with a few different children, and then it's like social skills, great for creativity, because as they get older they can add like small worlds. So my girls, as I said, they're older, they'll add fairies into it, they'll make like make-believe worlds, and it's great. Or they'll cut shapes, so again that's perfect for fine motor skills. So I didn't bring any cutters with me now.
Yes, of course. Okay, and you sell cutters as well on the side?
Sell the cutters, we sell the rollers, so you've got wooden rollers, so you can make all different shapes. And again, I will have my kids for just an hour just sitting there playing with it. Or you can, like just cover this pasta in it. It's just so tactile, it's so great for them. And again, this is so super easy, guys, to make at home. Yes, you can buy the Play-Doh, but obviously there's toxins in that. That's the reason why it lasts for so long. Although it never does last that long in my house, because the kids will mix it, or it gets left out and then it just goes all hard. So basically this, we can talk through the recipe?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so to get this sort of size, you will use 4 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of oil. You'll put it into a bowl, you'll mix it, and then with the water, you'll probably use, if you're looking at like a cup size, just fill it there, like the first layer. Make sure it's very hot. That's the key, to have very hot, like boiling water, and then mix it really quickly in the bowl. Just keep mixing, keep mixing, keep mixing. Get it all out, put it together like this. You might want to add more flour. If it feels too sticky, if you do this and it's sticking on your hand, add more flour. And you're going. And you've added the food dye. Sorry, I missed that step. So when you've got the water in here, add a few drops of food dye. Literally, just a few drops is all you need. So when you're mixing the water,
perfect.
That's what changes the colour.
And how long does Play-Doh like this last for?
So I would say a couple of months.
Oh my God, a couple of months?
Basically what you'll see is just keep an eye on it. Like, so I store it in these airtight containers or these Ziplockers, and as long as it's sealed. And then I would just keep an eye on it. As soon as you can see, like, obviously mold's a little bit furry. Don't want that. A few months, you'll notice the smell probably would change a little bit, but you'll be able to tell. But I would say a few months is fine.
Okay, amazing. This is great.
Because it's in a sealed container.
Yeah.
What some mums might want to do is I haven't been doing this for my kids. They're a little bit older, so we don't worry about putting it in their mouth because they don't. But for younger children, maybe what I'd recommend is with the flour, because that's yeast, that's bacterial. You can bake it in the oven first. That takes away the bacteria.
Okay, amazing. Amazing. That's such a great tip.
Okay. Discovery.
I want this activity.
Super easy, guys. You've just got a big box. It could be a basket, anything. And this is great for little ones. And you put anything in there. So again, we've gone with insects. And you just hide them in there. And then you just get the little one to find it. And obviously it's about them exploring it, and then they find it. And then when they do, you give them a clap, and it's like rewarding it. And then they feel really proud that they've found whatever it is that they're looking for. Super simple.
I love this. And this actually, this is another one.
Yeah, very same sort of concept.
Which is great for outdoor play.
So you find, I've got more insects somewhere. You find in Dubai that obviously you don't get lots of soil because we're living here in the desert, or the soil that you do have in your garden isn't really nice. So this is just soil-bought compost from the garden centre. Again, I'll just get some insects or bugs or anything like that, not the real ones, but I guess you could, and the plastic ones, and then you'll just hide them in here. This could be part of like a mud kitchen. You could develop this if you're happy to have the mess, because this can get very messy, but you can add water. They could make mud pies, make it into like a little mini kitchen. Kids will love this, but yeah, even now it's messy. We've got here, so I've got some slime as well.
Oh my God, slime!
I'm gonna make you do the
I love slime. Amazing. Slime time.
Slime time. Right, so we have this.
Can I open one?
You can, get them all open.
Okay, amazing. So talk me through this slime. You make this slime?
We make the slime, and the thing about this slime is that it's not so sticky. So my husband once bought the slime for the girls, I think it was about a year ago, and it was just like this gloop. Actually, it was gloop, and it went everywhere. It was just, oh my God, it was awful. This actually, like, you'll put it on the sofa.
I love this.
So even here, I don't need to worry about it covering the sofa. If you leave it for a long time, it will eventually start to, they'll come off. But it's very tactile.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
And what I recommend to this, obviously you can play with it like this, you can pull it in different ways, is you can add to it. So again, we're talking about sensory. Put some spaghetti in with it, put some rice, put like, I have sort of, what do you call them, like sequins or glitter or any like little balls. You can just mix it in and it will just automatically kind of, absorb into the slime. They can make different colours.
I love it.
They can mix it as well. So obviously they can learn about colour mixing. If you mix these colours, it's going to get a different colour. So again, just lots of different options.
And how much is this slime if we buy it from you?
This slime, I believe it's under 100 dirhams.
Amazing.
Yeah, I will put the link in the bio to the stuff.
Yeah. Okay, amazing.
Okay.
And just confirming, this is all obviously like non-toxic, happy, healthy. Yeah, it's so important. There's always a risk to anything. A child, obviously, it's not meant to be edible, but if something does, go into the mouth, not that it's encouraged, it's going to be okay. Yeah, perfect. That's all we needed to know.
I think that was it. I think we've gone through.
I mean,
oh, the jelly we did. Yeah.
Yay! Okay, I'll cut this out.
Yeah.
Amazing. So that's 8 wonderful sensory ideas that you can do at home. I absolutely love it. Hannah, thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure.
I mean, I love that we've survived the Dubai heat. It actually feels quite breezy. We're in mid-May. It's what, 45 degrees now. It's actually been a really nice morning. So thank you. And Hannah, for everybody who wants to find you and ask more questions and shop on your site, please tell us where they can.
So Mumz Munchkinz, they have a website, www.mumsandmunchkins.com, and you can also find me on Instagram at mumsandmunchkins.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
As always, please feel free to give us a follow at We Are Mother Tongue on Instagram. Give us a big thumbs up if you like, and feel free to subscribe. That's it until next time. Thank you so much. Bye.